Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Scene Investigation, where we have a look at projects and see whether or not they're going to be worth investing in. Today is going to be an interesting project. This is Ergo. Now, before I continue, I need to do a little bit of a disclaimer. Anything and everything I pretty much say in any of these videos should not be considered as financial advice and should only be taken in a way for inspirational, entertainment, and educational purposes. Ergo. Let's have a look at what Ergo is. So let's find out the description, which says the Ergo platform aims to provide an efficient, secure, and easy way to implement financial contracts that will be useful and survivable in the long term. Ergo describes itself as a self-amendable protocol that reportedly allows it to absorb new ideas and improve itself in a decentralized manner. So let's have a look at where the charts tell us where they are. So our current market cap is 131 million. Its current rank is 358, so that's fine. And so this is, by the way, a coin. So this is not a token, this is a coin. In case maybe you get a little bit confused when watching my other videos. So our current circulating supply is 32 million, and it looks like the max, it says that it's about 97 million as well. So yeah, so they had their all-time high back in 2017 from what we can see here. And they sort of had this kind of downtrend where there wasn't really that much happening. But we will have a look into maybe a little bit maybe why that was the case. And as anyway, so one thing about this video today, by the way, is that we're going to be looking mostly at these social statistics, a bunch of the more sort of social stats behind this project, as opposed to doing a full-on deep dive as to what some of the, I guess, full-on use cases would be behind the project. We will go over some base things, but we won't be going too deeply into that side of things today. Yeah, so we're looking more at things which maybe other YouTubers may not have covered yet. So, so please do look at other sort of YouTubers or other resources as well to find out whether or not this is actually something which you want to invest into. So, within the last year, we have seen, so we'll do a year, so we have seen it reach about an all-time high of $18, and then so we're currently sort of steadily dropping down to about $4. Now, the reason why I'm not considering this a rug pull, there is a very big reason why that is the case, but we'll have a look at some other things first. So, these are Ergo use cases. I do recommend pausing the screen right now because I'm not going to be reading through all of these, but I'll name off the titles. So we have digital gold, which is pretty much like Bitcoin, powerful privacy applications, so Ergo Mixer, safe, simple financial contracts, and then we also have alternative financial systems and products, experimental economics, and money for hard times. So yeah, so no compromise in security, which is good. They do have an email on the website, which is very nice, so you can contact them as well. The website itself, I do think is quite nice. I mean, it's quite nifty, the layout, and also the fact that we can have a look at all the different sort of socials, including their GitHub as well, and Discord, and you know, pretty much everything which comes along with that. Now, sorry, that was a project from yesterday. So Ergonauts, so this is their Reddit, so we're having a look at some of their Reddit stats. I did have a look at some of the comments. These guys don't seem like a bunch of, what's it called, like, crap shillers. Like, they seem like people who they are going to, like, they do talk about how much use and how much value the project has. So, you know, like, they aren't just sort of like, yeah, to the moon. They are very, they genuinely seem a lot more, I don't know how to word it, a lot more there with it. So let's have a look at the actual stats. So subscribers, as we can see, so they went all the way from 0, so this was earlier in 2021, and then they went all the way up to 18,000, which is quite interesting because when they had their all-time high, back in 2017, this mustn't have been a thing. So I think that maybe people were sort of slowly but steadily starting to see more of a use case for Ergo. Sorry about the washing machine in the background, by the way. Hope it's not too loud. Yeah. So we have comments per day, which is looking steady. It's looking steady, looking pretty decent, pretty alright. And then post per day. So we look like we're in a bit of a downtrend when it comes to the socialization, but to me this doesn't make me too nervous because of the other sort of stats and reasons on this coin, and we can see why. Alright, and so yeah, so I think that's really cool. So let's have a look at their Twitter. Now with their Twitter, it looks like so how long has this been around for? It doesn't say how long they've joined for. But yeah, I don't think that maybe the Twitter's been around for too long or something like that. So they haven't really had much sort of social following recently. I think it's probably more just like a, what is the word? Something sitting on the bleachers? Yeah. So I think it's probably something a little bit more like that, with the 2,000 people following it currently. Also, I think that one thing which may put off quite a few people is that the actual system, the Ergo system, is a proof of work system. So it requires mining, but there are some extra benefits behind this particular system, which I think are really awesome. So let's have a look at some of the tokenomics. We have the so it says that only about 4% has gone to the actual foundation. And when I heard that, I was like, that's kind of interesting. Or about 4% kind of goes back to the foundation. And then I had a look at some of the distribution. So this actually shows some of the distribution on the actual blockchain. So this purple line up here is the total distribution of the coin currently. So we have about 95% or what have you. And then I believe that the extra 4%, if I understand that correctly, yeah, it's a little bit different, I guess. So we have, so the little gray line is the actual price. The black line is the top 10% of the wallet holders, which is quite interesting. And then so, as it says, the top 1,000 holders within the green line contain about probably I want to say the majority of it. And then the orange one is the top 100. Yeah, so I feel like this is quite interesting. I'm not sure why it's not at why it doesn't say 100% for like the whole kind of shebang. I mean, maybe that has to do with some minor level of liquidation or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how that sort of works. By the way, guys, with anything on my videos, if let's say there's any extra information which you do want to add, please feel free to add it into the comments, or you are possibly welcome to private message me. Yeah, especially if, let's say, you are one of the folks who's actually working on this project. Happy to maybe do like an interview or something with you just to find out a little bit more information. Yeah, because it can be good to get some of these things sorted for extra understanding. So let's have a look at some of their roadmap. Their roadmap's pretty cool. So I believe so one reason why we can't use the token sniffer or the BSC check is because they don't actually have any bridges relating to the Binance Smart Chain or the or using either scan neither. So BSC scan or either scan. So we can't actually find those sort of things yet. So I believe that they're possibly going to be looking at having that in the future at some point. Another important thing to know about Ergo is that Ergo is within the Cardano ecosystem, and so we'll have a look at some of the other guys' references as well as we do this sort of thing. So Ergo, so we have upcoming, so Ergo Pay. There was something released recently which was the Ergo Hack, but I think it was only the Ergo Hack 2, yes. And so we are going to be probably looking forward to the Ergo Hack 3, P2P layer improvements. So something which I think is really cool is that a bunch of these, as we see within the orange, a bunch of these are actually already within, what is it called? Are already in progress, and others are actually currently planned, which I think is really awesome. That we can see a bunch of that. So let's have a look at, so this is the Hall of Fame, so core and ecosystem development. So what I think is really awesome is that a bunch of these guys, so at least two of them, so Dimitri and Alexander, I did actually see a bit of a brief interview with Alexander, is that, so he was a part of IOHK, and IOHK is the team behind Cardano. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of a little bit impressed with this, to be honest. So, I mean, he was the co-founder of smartcontract.com, now Chainlink, a core developer at NXT, and one of the first employees at IOHK, where he was a research fellow and Team ScoreX manager. So he has 15 years in software development, and he's one of the co-founders. And then Dimitri, so yeah, so he's also got experience at IOHK, and Alexander here was also an expert team leader at Huawei Research Lab. So I did actually have a look at their LinkedIn's as well, and we do see a bunch of their information's on there as well. One thing which was a bit peculiar, I'll use the word concerning for lack of a better word, was this right here. So if we actually have a look, we actually see that it seems that Dimitri may have actually left Ergo. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure why that would have been, because it says that he was a part of it up until October 2019, and so input output is IOHK, by the way. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Circle gain, haven't actually heard of that. Oh, okay, based on algo trading strategies. Okay, cool. So Algorand is like a different thing as well. So yeah, so these guys have genuinely had good experience behind their names, which I think is really awesome, and which I really appreciate, to be honest. So one of the quotes here, so this is by Charles Hoskinson, who is the founder of Cardano, says Ergo is an extremely exciting project run by IOHK alums, Dimitri and Alex. I'm happy to see it grow and evolve. So this is actually one of the interesting things which I think Charles himself has actually spoken about a few times as well. Yeah, so in terms of where it could go from here, so we're currently at $4.11, and that, as we sort of found out, sort of dropped all the way from about $17, $18 and all the way down there. Why it has dropped kind of beats me. I'm not exactly too sure what has been causing those drops. So yeah, not exactly sure, although we have had a bit of a kind of like a bunch of things which have probably been getting affected and dropping down quite low. So it is now a good time to invest into Ergo. To be honest, I'm not sure. I mean, we kind of were sitting on this like $1 0 point something or rather for quite a while. So in terms of that, I mean, maybe that's just because people didn't really know about it very much. But I mean, I think that a part of the reason for this pump was probably because of Charles Hoskinson having mentioned it. Now, I personally think that this is probably a better, if let's say you were doing anything like mining or doing any sort of proof of work, that Ergo is probably going to be good. However, I did have a look at how much my personal mining rig would be earning me on here, and it's about not 10%, it's like 20% of what I would currently be earning while mining Bitcoin, but that's because of the actual sort of price turnover and everything. So it does seem like it could be something quite good. You can purchase it on KuCoin and Gate.io. It's probably only really a matter of time before this gets listed on something like Binance and Coinbase and some of the other bigger ones. So I do personally believe that we are probably going to go up from here. And yeah, I think that's sort of the baseline of it. Also, the Discord community. So I have been talking to them on the Discord community, and they are very responsive, which I think is awesome. So they actually sort of helped me find some of this information around here. So in terms of red flags, there's not really many red flags. I mean, the only real one I can think of is, I mean, the fact is that these guys had like a 100% fair launch, which essentially means there is no way that this could be a rug pull. Absolutely no way that this could be a rug pull, because there was no pre-mine and everybody had like had the sort of same amount of access to it, right? Everybody had like the exact sort of same thing. So there was no initial coin offering. Yeah, and then the actual Ergo Foundation has about 4.4% or 4.3% of the total supply from block rewards, and that has actually ended. So the foundation will actually receive no further coins. So yeah, it's a very interesting project, very fascinating, and yeah, honestly, if you want to invest into this, you're welcome to. Will I be investing in this? Probably not. Yeah, I think that it is still, as I say, a wonderful or great project. I think that this possibly has the ability to become the next big proof of work system. Um, since most things base themselves on proof of stake. Um, yeah, so I don't really have much negative to say about it, really. Um, yeah, so go and spill your money if you wish. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you for coming and watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. And if you want to comment to maybe elaborate on anything which I've said, you're welcome to. If you are going to comment, please be kind in the comments as well. Please don't be like rude or anything, because yeah, I mean, I would rather the information that you give actually be something which is helpful for other people to read. And if it's something really good, I do like to pin comments which maybe help elaborate extra information on top of what I've already said. Because yeah, really want to create a good community around being able to support each other and help each other out. And yeah, so this is my Patreon. If you're interested in joining, you're welcome to help support my journey and everything. That would be awesome. Currently got one patron, which is cool, man. I mean, even like having one is amazing and incredible. But yeah, potentially looking at posting some early access things as well, because I believe that I post these videos probably commonly about a day or two after I actually make them. So yeah, anyway, guys, have a good time.